Hello, Randy Rain here, and if you don't know or just don't remember, I live not too far away from David Murry, the 8-bit guy, and we once restored this Tomy Heroid over here. Well, he's now written a video game called The Attack of the PETSCII Robots. PETSCII's a type of graphics for the old PET, but it's been ported to other platforms, so you can actually play it on the Sega Genesis now, which is pretty cool. So I thought, here's a good idea. I can make some PETSCII robot action figures for David. That'll be fun. That'd make a good video. So, well, that's what I did. And of course, it starts off with modeling and 3D printing. So I've 3D printed out all the pieces that I need. And I don't like the 3D print look for a finished piece. Fine for something structural, but for a finished piece it's just no good. And I've experimented with different ways of getting rid of it. And I was trying wax with the wax pen. And I've got all different kinds of these hard waxes. Take some of this wax, and like put it on here. Then when it, hardens, you can sand it and you can kind of carve on it. And sounded like a really good idea. And I worked on this piece right here, and I think I got it. I have no idea, and that's the problem. So I have no idea what it really looks like, because how can you tell with this? I mean, look at it. Yeah, so that stinks. And then I was playing with the arm, and I totally jacked it up. So that's garbage. And I just use CA glue. And I can sand the CA glue and coat the whole thing, and then sand it down. And see, I make the arms out of two pieces that get glued together. This is the very thin, very thin stuff. And it's very dangerous. A little accelerator here. So the seam I can carve away. And I want it to have a cartoon look, so imperfections is fine. I just don't want it to look like a 3D printed piece. And this stuff is super thin. I'm just going to work it like gravity. Take it where I want it to go. Hit it with the accelerator. Popsicle stick with a sandpaper. Now I am going to leave the detail in here and anything here, because it looks right. It doesn't look, it looks like a robot. Now for the body part, the torso, I had to do it in two parts. Now I'm going to let that dry just for a second. I mean, this is a good example here. I mean, that you can just see the 3D printed, you know, way it's done. It'd be better if my 3D printer was better. I'm sure you could get better prints than this, but no matter what, it's always going to have that 3D printed look. Alright, I'm going to try some acetone, because the acetone will dissolve this ABS. And that's kind of what I want it to do a little bit. If I ever want to stop it, I'll just put it in water. Yeah, you can see it's kind of glossy now. I got a lot of it. I mean, a lot of it could have been better with the slicer I used. Because I know there's better slicers out there that would have done this part more finer. But I still think I would want to sand it down, and it would still look 3D printed no matter what. Alright, now we can try some CA glue. Alright, I think that's good enough. Now these little bumps here, I'll just bring them back with some CA glue. So here's all my pieces, and I didn't paint the face of the robot with the black, and didn't really do a whole lot to it except put some stuff on the eyes, just because I, wanted to make sure I didn't mess up the teeth. So now it's about putting it all together, and for this I am going to use the wax, and the reason, a couple reasons. One, I don't want it to be perfect. I want there to be twists and askews and tilts and all that to give it a little character. And the other thing is I want to make sure I slope some stuff to make sure the foam gets out, which I really didn't think about when I was modeling this thing. I do want it centered though. Okay. Now if I can take some of this wax. Okay, moving on. Another one is this. Let's go with some sticky wax. That's not bad. Okay, and there's one more. This one's going to require a lot. I'm actually gonna Alright, so these arms fit in like this. Alright, so I think it's time to just put it together. I wonder if I'm using the wrong wax to really get into the cracks. But I tried some beeswax. To kind of capillary down into the crack there. Well, that looks good. Really smooth that out too. That's way better. Okay, I got some waxed up toothpicks here that I need to make some vent holes. We'll start right there. Alright, just doing the old Mold Max 30. Okay, I forgot to mark which was the front. I'm pretty sure. Now it's time to mix some pigments. And I'm going to do all this silver that is so messy. And there's just a little bit left in here. So I'm going to mix in this. This is the little blue that has a metallic to it. That's more than enough. Now, mix that up. And here's the mold. Here's some of the pieces I use. I just cut them down. So I need 2 of those. Here's the mold. So the eyes need to be red. And then the teeth are white. Now we should be able to just silver the whole thing. Alright, I'm using the Flex Foam-it 17. Got the mold ready. I've got my 2 pieces. I have a piece of string with a loop, a little lasso here. And we're going to pour on the hands in here. That should be more than enough. That to here. Here. Now, rubber bands will not cut it. This foam will just push it right open. And see how I'm working it around and twisting it upside down and everything as I'm doing this. Spreading that stuff to get everywhere. And so far that looks really good on this side. Cut it here. Kind of trim this. Now put it back in here. All right, now it's just the smooth cast onyx. And this is the fast stuff. There we go. I just want to get him out. Come on. And he stands up. So now that I got some PETSCII robots done, it's time to give them to David. But it's kind of boring just to go, here. So I have an idea. let's have some fun.
Alright, so, but I wanted to surprise you. Okay?
Okay.
But I knew that wasn't going to be possible. So, be honest, you do know what's in here.
Vaguely. I've never seen it.
You haven't seen it in person. Alright, so.
Actually, I don't think I've seen a picture of it.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
There you go.
If I do it, I get a whipping.
Oh, it's not one thing. It's
I
many small
do it.
things.
Surprise!
Okay. I have to admit that took me back. They're flexible, these guys. I got a little army of them here.
So hey, if you don't have a sense of humor, don't worry, because David does, and he thought it was funny. Anyway, if you'd like one of these little PETSCII robots, I'd be happy to make you one, as long as the mold holds up. Check a link down below if you want one. Anyway, if you like this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Anyway, I want to thank these people right here. These are patrons. These are people helping me out. These are the people who allow me to do this. If it wasn't for these people, you wouldn't get to see me scare the 8-bit guy. That's just all there is to it. So thank these people right here. And if you want to become one of these great people, of course, there is a link below. And for the, the donations, all that stuff is in the link below. Other websites, go check out my stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching.
So, this feels like a home shopping set. Shop, shop, shop!